Villa today. That's the only match we've had so far on a very busy Saturday following the international break, and it ends in victory for Liverpool. They can sit back and watch all the drama unfold for the rest of the weekend as we have a host of matches kicking off at 3 p.m. here in the UK, highlighted by Manchester City's clash at home against Brighton. One game on Sunday and one game on Monday as well to look forward to. But first, we've got to get through a very busy Saturday. That'll see another derby happening at Stamford Bridge, Chelsea against Arsenal a little bit later on. So much football to come before that, though. Liverpool already done the job against Everton. Here's what it means for the Premier League table. Everton obviously don't move following that defeat. Now they stay in 16th, and if other results from the teams below them go against them, and that's Everton, they could find themselves a little bit further down the table come full time of that last game on Monday night. Let's look at what it means for the top of the table, because we have a new leader in the Premier League, and that's Liverpool. 20 points, same as Tottenham and Arsenal, but they go top on goal difference. Even if it had ended 1-0, they still would have gone top on goals scored. It's tight at the top. Liverpool are sitting pretty. They've beaten their bitter rivals thanks to a double from Mo Salah. The first from the penalty spot, the second deep into injury time. 2-0 the final score. We'll talk about all of the goals, and we'll talk big talking points, the red card, the handball, the penalty, and I know that Leon's going to have plenty to say about one Craig Pawson. Two goals from Mo Salah has given Liverpool bragging rights in the Merseyside derby. 2-0 the final score. They beat Everton at Anfield. We're going to go back to Anfield now because we are getting post-match reactions. And the first of those comes from Ian Irving interviewing Liverpool captain Virgil van Dijk.
Well, Virgil, congratulations. What was the most important quality your team showed today?
In all aspects, I think we were good. And obviously we had to be patient. Good with and without the ball, especially. Obviously they are very direct, going channels, set pieces, a lot of long balls, and you have to be ready for a fight, and I think we did well.
In terms of the second half, especially after Everton went down to 10 men, how difficult is it to play in those circumstances and wait for those moments?
Well, it is obviously a bit difficult, but I think the most important thing is the defensive organisation, because obviously you have the ball a lot, and when they win it, they try to break on you, and I think we did outstanding. So that was good.
When you needed him, Mohamed Salah stepped up as well. He's always someone you can rely upon no matter what. He was quiet in that game, but he's gone away with 2 goals and the match winner.
It's the quality we need, and obviously I think everyone played a very good game, and obviously we need goal scorers, and he's definitely one of them. So we're very happy with him.
Sends you to the top of the Premier League table for now as well. How much of a boost does that give everyone, even at this early stage?
Well, could change in a couple of hours, so it doesn't really matter. But what matters is that we won today, quite comfortable in my opinion, and that's something to build on.
Thank you, Virgil.
Thank you.
The quality we need, says Virgil van Dijk when talking about Mo Salah. He is now the first player for Liverpool to score in the opening 4 matches of a Premier League season at Anfield in the Premier League era. That is some record. He got 2 goals today, one of them from the penalty spot. We're going to look at the incident, but I mentioned before that you were a little bit frustrated with some of the calls today. Can you tell us why?
It's just consistency, really. I mean, I actually can't argue with this one. I think in the modern day, I think if your arm's away from your body, as much as I could argue about natural positions of your body and your arms during a game, his arm's away from his body, that's always going to be given. Interesting that Craig Pawson didn't actually give that on the field. He had to get VAR to intervene. But I can't really argue about that one, Mo.
No, I agree, and you can't argue with the other Mo. Salah in front. Yeah. I mean, we both thought he might go hard and straight down the middle, but he actually pulled it into the corner at the top end. It was a very assured penalty, and as you say, I think it was a penalty. The arm was out, it blocked the cross. It wasn't Michael Keane's finest one. We don't want defenders running out with arms behind their back, but I do think you can have it in a more natural position than leave it hanging like he did.
Just to note that Diaz wasn't on the score sheet today, but he was involved in some of the biggest moments of this game, including for that penalty.
It was the only thing he didn't do, was it? Get on the score sheet, because he had to hand in, obviously, both of Ashley Young's yellow cards, the penalty. He was direct, considering he's just come back from South America as well. On Thursday with that long-haul flight, he was very active today and was a difference maker.
Yeah, so too was Nunez setting up Salah for the second one. Let's look at the finish on this. Let's look at another Liverpool counter-attack, which in the first half provided some of their best moments.
Yeah, if you'd have said to me before the game that Liverpool's best moments at Anfield in a Merseyside derby would come on the counter-attack, I probably wouldn't have believed you. But at this point of the game, I think it was the 97th minute there, Everton going in search of a last-minute equaliser with 10 men. You're going to leave yourself exposed. Nunez deciding to pass rather than go himself, and how many times have we seen Mo Salah finish from those positions? He's clinical in those moments, and you know what? I don't think it was as comfortable as it seemed. A 2-0 victory for Liverpool today suddenly seems quite comfortable.
They made that look really easy, though, didn't they? That, you know, just to put the icing on the cake. But the timing of the pass, the angle, the weight of the pass, the finish, everybody in that team made it look very simple. Because it's not, you know, when you're running at full speed on a counter-attack, it's quite difficult to get all those pieces of timing right, but Liverpool did it really well to wrap up the game.
I think also when you're looking at the scoreline, if you've not seen the game, it looks very comfortable for Liverpool. It wasn't really a classic derby, a classic victory for them today.
It wasn't, but I was enjoying the first half, and I do think that the red card, all of a sudden you think, oh, the game's going to change now. Everton, from having that front foot style, which we were quite enjoying, and Liverpool were having to counter-attack a little bit. We were seeing a little bit of a tactical battle, and then all of a sudden, red card, you think, right, the game's going to change. The game's going to probably form into what we thought before, Liverpool with the possession. And Liverpool eventually tied Everton down and got the 2 goals. So it wasn't the most enthralling derby, but while it was 11v11, it was quite an interesting game.
Ended 11v10. Should it have been 10v10?
I think it should have. We're talking consistency throughout the Premier League and refereeing. I highlighted at half-time that Everton had received a booking for Ashley Young initially that was so similar to that of Kostas Tsimikas, who didn't receive a yellow card, and then you've got this the opportunity on the counter-attack. It doesn't come more cynical than that. You see his foot clipping across there, right at the bottom there, taking out Beto. He stepped into it, did Konate. He didn't just run back, he stepped right in to make that tackle. And Sean Dyche received a yellow card for his complaints, and I'm not surprised because that should have been a second yellow card. It's as blatant as the Ashley Young one that we're talking about in the first half. And these are the frustrating moments that really got the better of Everton today.
Yeah, can't disagree with that. As soon as you give a free kick, in that situation, as soon as the whistle goes and it's a free kick, it has to be a yellow card. You know, Everton are breaking. If you don't think it's a free kick, OK, you could argue, not loads of contact, but you can see there's the leg that clips the leg, there's the hand that comes across, and as soon as you blow that whistle, that has to be a yellow card. So, yeah, I think Liverpool got lucky there.
No surprise that Jurgen Klopp made that change.
It was a guilty
straight away. It was, well, that's it. Well, I can't believe we've gotten away with one. Off you come. Even Konate thought, yeah, please get me off before I receive a second yellow card. So even Jurgen Klopp was quite adamant about that situation.
Yeah, he was very quick with it, was he, Jurgen Klopp? We're going to go back to Anfield now for more post-match reactions. Here's Ian with Jordan Pickford.
Jordan, what's your verdict on that?
Tough day, you know. It's always going to be tough to come to Anfield. As an Everton player, we give it our all. I think we worked hard. Decisions definitely didn't go our way. No shock there. But I think the work rate we put in was second to none, going to 10 men. After about half an hour, we dug in. They created chances like they're always going to. We put up a good fight.
Your bench were unhappy with a couple of things during the game as well. What is it exactly that the Everton squad are feeling aggrieved about?
It's not rocket science to work it out. I think the whole world will know. We can't comment too much because you just get done anyway off them. So yeah, a bit of dialogue would be nice. A bit less arrogance would be nice as well, you know. But no, I think as a whole, as a team, we're not far off. Like I say, coming here is always a tough place to come. But we had a right good go, and we're always in the game, even with 10 men till the 90th minute. But that's football.
You just needed a chance at some point in that second half, didn't you? It just seems to be so difficult to try and create that moment.
Yeah, going down to 10 men and lads putting the shift in, you're going to get tired, put changes on. The manager made changes and re-energised, and lads coming on, put a shift in as well. So when you go down to 10 men, away from home is always going to be tough. It's about your attitude and your commitment and togetherness as a squad, and that'll put you in the right direction. Sometimes you get results from it, but today wasn't our day.
And the penalty as well. I saw you had your notes as always on your water bottle. Did you know where he was going to go? Did you have an idea?
Yeah, he's a good penalty taker. I just thought in the instinct of the game, maybe just off scent. I thought because it was a pressure penalty, I thought maybe he might went down the middle, and well, no, he's a very good penalty taker, and he got one up on me today.
Thank you, Jordan.
Just quick reactions to that interview?
I thought it was an honest interview. I think you can feel the frustration coming through with both decisions, and an honest assessment of the penalty kick as well. We both thought that Mo Salah would go down the middle, given the situation. Jordan Pickford did as well. I'm happy to say he got that one wrong, but you can feel the frustration of that Everton team, and it's no surprise that he didn't really want to talk about it either, knowing the way players can get in trouble these days. But far from happy.
All right, that's about all we have time for to wrap up